I'm so excited. I'll share this one little piece that I think maybe help other people too. Once you figure out your sales, once you figure out your traffic, a scaling game is finding partnerships that you can roll into companies and create mega companies.
Boom, I love it. Talk to us about that. I love that.
So
I love that.
We're rolling out a speakers division right now. Obviously, events and speaking is great. I do not want to go teach all of that as much as I can. Like I don't want the company to be circulated. I don't want Hardcore Business to be circulated around Shanda. I actually want other powerful people. So I'm actually rolling other successful companies into my company that fit my culture. That's a really important piece. Like we have we're people before profits, and you know my profit margins. Like it's like, but we make our decisions people before profits. We always do the right thing. And so when we're rolling companies in right now, we have 2 companies rolling in right now. I'm in company acquisition mode. And these
I love it. I love it.
These are gurus and personalities that already have very successful companies. We're not only going to weather the recession together, but we now have multiple offers inside the company that are not Shanda Sumpter, which means that they're not expecting me to show up to those masterminds, which means that they're not expecting me to show up to Zoom trainings, info products, whatever. It means that the company can still scale. We can serve our clients based on what they've asked for.
Yes, what they need, yes.
I was already referring out in these areas, and also I don't take affiliate fees. We only refer to companies that we ask the other companies to give our clients a discount nobody else has, and I don't take referral fees. And so you see the people before profits piece. So if they fit our culture, we bring them in, and if it's something our clients want, and we are now, like, I own the company. They own percentage profit margins in the divisions, and after a certain amount of years, and each of them are different, then they own a percentage, of that division when they hit a certain year. You know what I mean? So it's income per year, and those divisions are separated as separate companies, but they're all under the umbrella of Hardcore Business. Does that make sense?
I love it. I love it, and just so my audience knows, it's not hardcore, it's EART, HERT. Hardcore, right?
Yeah.
Heart Center. And love the way that you're doing it, because I think it's super innovative. Now, I thought I'm the only one that does that kind of thing. So I'm so excited here that's your model, because same thing, I'm acquiring different companies, not so much in the personality space, but in the software different space where I'm building this. So I am focusing on my personal brand. At the same time, I have all these businesses that would fit into that personal brand.
Yeah, that's very Tony Robbins style.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Tony did, right? I mean, he has his personal brand, but now he has a group of companies that has nothing to do with personal development or the seminar business. It's all over the board, right? That's
why I think people. That's why I think people that are growing in entrepreneurship need to follow. First of all, there's you and I are doing it different.
Yes.
Yet it's actually the same result.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And because my vision is to always, I love empowering people. That's just what gets me off. I love empowering people.
Yes.
And so that's why my vision looks like this. And we're going to the same place where we're leveraged and we're making a huge impact with our life and our breath.
And we're bringing on more people that could make a bigger impact. Yeah.
That's right. But we're doing it based on what lights us up.
Yes, that's exactly it. So then when we still do the event and do that, it's not just because, there's speakers out there, they do events because they have to do events.
Yeah.
And there's a difference. And it's I tell my team the same thing, that we are very, very good at, of course, marketing and branding and social media. Yeah. But really, I'm totally on the same page. I want to get to a point where we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's not like we don't do it anymore, but I want to get to a point where our students, they're so successful that it creates this momentum that, you know what, if we bring in more people, more students, that's great. But just focusing on serving and adding value to our existing students, that alone is a huge thing, right? That's what I want to.
Well, actually, what you're actually saying is that everybody's looking outside the bucket, where if you actually looked at what your resources you already have,
Correct.
and spent time growing that,
correct.
That's the game.
And you see so many even in the entrepreneurs in the internet marketing space, right? They're so good at marketing and bringing the leads and bringing people. But you when you look at the product sucks, right? The drop-down rate is so high, or the refund rate is so high. So they have to work harder, bring in more people. And as you and I know, the cost of bringing in new people
is expensive.
It's expensive, right? But once you bring them in, you deliver. It's like, duh. You bring someone in, you deliver results. They love you, you love them. You guys stay with you for a long time.
Yeah. And so everybody knows that my first PACE program that I launched, I was originally called Sapphire. I'll never do jewelry again, but it was originally called Sapphire, and not one person got their result. And they like 2 people still renewed with me. And I'm like, I look back, I was like, how do I make this better? I really think it took me about 3 years to really make it better. And now it's on its 9th year. And the crazy thing is I think going in the scaling process of selling 12 months out of the year and adding these coaches, I think it's the best it's ever been. And so it's like, you think about, I've been working on the same product for 9 years. I mean, it's just an aha moment, like how something keeps getting better. It's like a relationship. If you're intimate with it, you can still find ways to make it better, and instead of just make it good enough. Because it's like you said, Dan, if you focus on your client base, your customer base, once you have them, and you can create raving fans, and you can create, the game is reoccurring income. So you can create reoccurring income. Yeah. That means that like every year that they're with you, the cost of acquisition goes way down for that person or that customer. Yes. And that is the game of wealth. You are not, when I hear these things like, I just had a 7-figure launch, I'm like, yeah, and you gave 70% of that away to do that.
Yeah, and then you have a 5% refund and this and that.
Yeah, and I'm like, people don't get it. I'm like, you guys, that is, a funnel is not a business, you know?
And I think they also brag about the numbers, right? Like that's why I tell people, don't be so impressed with people. Oh, I made X amount of dollars with a launch and $1 million here and there. I said, you should be impressed with people who are building a business and they're successful for many, many years. Yeah. Like don't study the people, oh, they're successful in 1 year and the next year they're like gone. Study people have been around like 10, 15, 20 years. And it's not a lot of this, it's more like this.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want to pay attention to, right?
That's right. That's right. They're going to give you real advice.